congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. Tell them line it up like a 4th and 1.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 42. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. On the ground with a tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Let's go, come on! Inside handoff to Mixon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's got room. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 34 yards. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, Mixon. 85 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Look at this, a tight end carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Mixing up the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I love the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here we go. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Big 13. Big 13.
Mike 17.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Cut. Right 80. What is that? 7. Watch the curl. 11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
19
Play action. Here's Hurts. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing is Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 89 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes Rager. Nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his left. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Steps away to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On 2nd and inches, Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hurts gets this to Sanders. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. On the carry, this is Scott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Like 17.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 153 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now it's Burrow. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here we go. 180. Nice up.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And they'll get this down to the 10. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments.